In this video, I'm going to show you how you can easily find high-paying and high-quality jobs with almost no competition on UpWork. So obviously, I'm in the UpWork dashboard here. I'm going to assume that you already know how to get here and how to set up an UpWork profile. If we come up to the search tab in the top of this, that's where you're going to start typing in the types of jobs that you want to look for. Now, I'm going to go into in a second how to create more specific job searches, but for the efficacy of this tutorial here, let's just say that we create websites. So we're a website designer. So I'm just going to type in here and I'm going to come and say website design. And I'm going to say apply to jobs posted by clients. So click on that. And as you can see, there's 2,400 jobs where someone has typed in the words website design. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to show you how to find the easiest and highest paying jobs here. What I like to do is come to the advanced search feature, and I actually want to go a little bit more specific because remember, your time is valuable. So not all jobs are created the same. So what we want to do is come to the advanced search, and we want to make sure people are searching for website design, but also they need to include words such as maybe we just work with WordPress. Maybe we don't want to work on ClickFunnels, or we don't want to work on Kajabi or any other websites. Let's say we just work on WordPress, or maybe let's say we do WordPress or ClickFunnels, just to give you an example here. So they have to have, the job posting has to have all of the words website design, and it can have either WordPress or ClickFunnels, because let's say those are the two softwares I know how to create websites on. So I click on search, and we can see instantly we went from 2,400 down to 1,038 jobs. So it's made my life about 1,000,000 times easier. The next thing I'd like to do is come over here to this US only side, and I'll click on off, because in reality, I don't really care where this person's hiring from. I'm going to show you how to find a lot of high paying jobs here using the filters on the left hand side in a moment. So it doesn't matter to me if they're in the United States, they're in Canada, they're in Mexico, they're in Turkey, they're in Spain. As long as they're hitting these other qualifications, I don't care whether in the United States or not. And as you can see, when it's off the United States, it's almost 8,000 job possibilities. And when you're doing the United States, it's almost 1,000. So literally 8 times more possibilities for you to get work by just switching this little toggle here. Okay, so now that we know that somebody's looking for website design and they're either using WordPress or ClickFunnels, and it doesn't matter where in the world they are, let's start filtering by a few of the other things here that I think lend to higher quality jobs. So I'm going to scroll down to some of the most important ones that I think, and we're going to go in that order. So the first one I like to look at is client history, because in reality, if I'm trying to work for somebody else, I like for them to have hired multiple different people previously. That usually leads to a better hiring process, a better onboarding process, a better expectations process. It's like whether you want to come and work for a founder that has never hired anybody in the past, or you want to come work for somebody who's had a few hires before and they know how the process works. So I almost always click 1 to 9 and maybe even 10 plus on here, because I want to make sure that they have some experience. This also usually leads more likely to people paying more money. I know that when I first started hiring people as an 8-figure business owner, I was trying to get the cheapest person possible. But now that I have grown my business, I understand how much better it is just to pay somebody a little bit more and have it done right the first time. So that's one of the first kind of filtration processes I like to do here. Now you can come back up here again, and you can look at the number of proposals that they sent. Now there are a few schools of thoughts of this. The idea, first of all, that, okay, if they haven't got a lot of proposals sent, well then maybe this is an opportunity for you to come in here and you to apply for the job. But what I have typically seen is that the more proposals sent, the more quality the job it is. So somebody else has already done the work for you, and they've already figured out, hey, this is a really good job, and that's why there's a lot of proposals. For example, let's say you go to a restaurant down the street, and there's 2 restaurants right next to each other. One of them has a line out the door, and the other one totally crickets. There's not even anybody sitting down and eating. Which one would you like to eat at? The studies show that more often than not, you'd rather go to the one that has a line out the door, because it means that that must be good. So for me, if I'm applying on here, I'll come and click on 15 and 20, 20 to 50, and if you wanted to open it up a little bit more, let's say get some more job opportunities, you could say 10 to 15. But as you can see here, we're already at 2,000 jobs found. So just to recap everything so quick, this is someone who's looking for website design. They are using either WordPress or ClickFunnels. They have made at least 1 hire previously on UpWork. They have a lot of proposals being submitted to their job posting, and they're located somewhere around the world. So this already has gotten you a lot of really qualified people here that you can start applying to. But Another really important filter that I like to look at here is payment verification. So if we scroll back up to the top here, payment verified is one right here. So we just want to make sure that these people have, of course, submitted some kind of payment in the past. If somebody has their payment verified, it's just a higher indication that they're more than likely going to pay you when the time is right. Unfortunately, on Upwork, you'll find a lot of window shoppers, people just putting jobs up but never hire anybody. But if you see this little payment verified badge right here, or you click on this down there, it just lets you know that they have a little bit more intention around this hire. All right, so now let's get into the nitty gritties here. One of the things that I've seen almost nobody else talk about online is the sort feature here. And this is simply people that, the way that it's ranking right now are just the newest jobs that have been posted here. But that really doesn't do me any favors. I don't really care if it's the newest job or not. What I like to see is actually either the client spend. So these are people here that are spending quite a bit of money. Like this person here has spent $7 million on Upwork. So this will give you a better idea, like, okay, they're spending quite a bit of money. Or you can come down here and say client rating. So how high quality is this client? So the higher up they are, the higher quality they're going to probably pay you. You're not going to have any problems. The lower they are, obviously you're going to be dealing with problem clients. So you can play with this little sort feature here to just make sure that you're only submitting your proposals to the most quality people every single day. If you, let's say, set aside 1 to 2 hours every day to send proposals, which I always recommend people do, then you want to make sure that 1 to 2 hours is spent as efficiently as possible. And if you're sending it just because the person is ranked by the default one, which is the newest proposals, that's not really the most efficient use of your time. I'd rather look at people that match all of these filters. So they're already so high quality and they're great clients to work with, which I know by the client rating feature. Now I'm going to really quickly cover a few other filters that I don't think are as important, but could be valuable to you. So the experience level itself, I don't think is that important because the clients are determining what is an entry level, intermediate, or experienced or expert person rating on here. And that varies person to person. What I may consider to be an expert job, someone else may consider to be an entry level job. So I don't actually typically use that. The other thing is hourly or fixed price. You know, you could say, hey, I only want jobs that are $5,000 plus. Maybe that's a good use of your time. So you could filter by that way. But at the same time, you have to be realistic that if you're looking for jobs, maybe you'd be willing to do 1,000 to 5,000 or 500 to 1,000. Or what I like to do a lot of times is start with a lower job. And then if you do such a good job, then you can actually work into doing additional tasks for them for more money. And then there's hours per week and project lengths, which once again, I don't think are necessary in order to find the highest quality jobs to apply to as a freelancer. The final tip I have for you here is to come at the top and click save search. And then you could name the search, let's just say website design jobs, or let's just say top website design jobs. And you can click on save. And then every single morning you can have on your calendar just an SOP that every morning, first thing you do before you do anything else in your business, you come in here to save jobs and you click on that specific one. And that way you just click, get out of the way first thing in the morning, and you're getting that done every single day. If you do that every day for 90 days or 120 days using these filters here, there's almost no way you couldn't build a full-time business using the skills that you have on a platform like Upwork. If you got value out of this, be sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below and let me know any thoughts or questions that you have. At the age of 25, I was taking home over $100,000 a month in my social media marketing agency, living in Colombia, working only a few hours every single week. And just a year prior to that, I was $10,000 in debt, living in my dad's basement, applying for law schools.